the NFL guy. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a great Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means? It means week 4 of the NFL is about ready to start tomorrow. And hey, Jimmy Baba Ganoush, are you ready for week 4 of the NFL? Wow, my friend Jimmy Baba Ganoush is ready. So let's get going with those week 4 picks.
Ah, boy, here we go.
So the Thursday night matchup, where we've got the Green Bay Packers going up against the Detroit Lions. And then this matchup, I'm taking the Packers over the Lions. I like Jordan Love in this game. I don't know if Aaron Jones is going. I have big question marks about Josh Reynolds, especially for fantasy. Is he going to show up this week? Because I picked him up and I was like, okay, Josh Reynolds is going to do something this week. And he had 0 fantasy points. So, but I think I like the Green Bay Packers offense a little bit more than the Detroit's offense. So I think the Packers are going to pull this one out. And then we have the early morning game over in London, where we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons playing over in London. So make sure you set your alarm clocks early up for this game. I like the Jaguars in this game. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a good game. I think Travis Etienne is going to have a good game. Will Calvin Ridley bounce back? I don't know. See what BJ Robinson does. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I got to make sure I set my alarm clock so I'm up to see this game. But I'm picking the Jaguars over in the UK for the win. Then the next matchup, we've got Rams and Colts. I'm going with the Rams. I like Kyren Williams in this matchup. Matt Stafford. I like, is Cooper Kupp coming back? I think he's coming back. I can't remember if he's coming back this week or next week. I'm pretty sure it's week 5. But Anthony Richardson is a go for Sunday. It looks like he's going to play. But yeah, I like Kyren Williams. I like Matt Stafford. Oh my God, I almost forgot his name. I think Matt Stafford. The Rams will have a bounce back game, so I like the Rams over the Colts. All right, the next matchup we have is the Cleveland Browns against the Baltimore Ravens. You know what? This might be a crazy pick, but I am going with the Browns. There's something about the Ravens I'm just not sold on. I like Deshaun Watson. I like Amari Cooper. I like Jerome Ford. Is Kareem Hunt actually going to have a good game? Possible. It was his first game back last week from being signed. So I do like the Browns. They'll pull this out. I think it's going to be anywhere between 3 and 7 points. It's going to be a close one. But Cleveland is playing. I think they're playing at home. That's why I'm picking Cleveland. But yeah, it's going to be a close one. But I think the Browns are going to pull this one out. And well, we probably got the stinker matchup of the week. Basically, it's a fart in the wind matchup. The 0-3 Vikings against the 0-3 Panthers. I'm going with the Vikings because I think they have the better team. I believe in Kirk Cousins in this matchup. Justin Jefferson. I think TJ Hawkinson is definitely going to have a really good game. Addison, I think he's going to have a real game. Or Madison, Jordan Addison, the receiver from USC. I think it could be a blowout. If you have your Viking fantasy players, I would probably play them. I thought that Andy Dalton was going to go in this matchup, but Bryce Young's coming back from off of the concussion protocol, so he's going to be good to go. I was going to start Andy Dalton for the hell of it. I forget who I dropped, but I was going to say, hey, I'm going to start Andy Dalton just the hell of it as my second quarterback because we have a 2 quarterback league. and he had 23 points last week. But yeah, Vikings is the better 0-3 team. I think Minnesota pulls this one out. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Bengals against the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, I like Cincinnati in this matchup. Joey B, well, he's still banged up. I'm pretty sure he's going to go. Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase had great games last week. Definitely in fantasy points too. So I don't know who's going to shine for Tennessee. Is Derrick Henry going to have a better week in fantasy? Only 2 fantasy points last week. Is DeAndre Hopkins going to get going? I don't know. I think that was a bad team for him to go to. He should have went to a team that is going to be in the playoffs, playoff to contention, that maybe could be there at the end. But I like the Bengals in this matchup, even though if Joey B doesn't play, they got too many weapons with T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon. Bengals wins this game. So next matchup, we got the Buccaneers and the Saints. I like the Saints in this matchup. I think Jameson Winston's going to go. I don't think Derek Carr's going to go in, but it's the return of Alvin Kamara. Yep. Kamara is back. So fantasy football owners, make sure you have Alvin Kamara back into your lineup. I think he's going to have a really big game. Mike Evans should have a really big game. Why is everybody dropping Chris Goodwin? I think he's going to get going in this matchup this week. I don't know why people are dropping him. I was thinking about picking him up. But yeah, I like the Saints in this. Even though Derek Carr doesn't go, I think Kamara is going to have a huge game this week. Next matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And it's my game of the week. Yep, I really like this game right here. The Dolphins and the Bills. And you know what? I'm going with the Dolphins. I think it's going to be too much Tua, too much Tyreek Hill. But it's Josh Allen. This could be a high-score battle game. I don't know. This could be overtime. I think this might even be an overtime game. Stephon Diggs should have a good game. It's going to be interesting to see if James Cook gets through that lineup. Through that defense, and I like Tua, Tyreek Hill, and yeah, too much fins for the Bills. I think the Dolphins pull this out, but I don't think they're going to score 70 on the Bills. So it's going to be a lot closer and a lot under 70 points this time. Next matchup, we've got my Bears and the Broncos. Yep. It's a gross one throw up matchup. It's not going to be a pretty game. Well, it's going to be a pretty game if you're a Bronco fan because I think Russell Wilson's going to go off. Still, it's going to be one of those things where it's just like, okay, Eberflus is calling the plays, bad defense, bad offensive line. It's going to be another shit fest for the Bears. 0-4. Russell Wilson, probably 340 and 3 touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy's going to have a big game. Javonte Williams is going to have a big game. I'm picking the Broncos, and the Bears are going to be 0-4, and then we're going to hear Eberflus and Getsy say, well, we're going to look at game film, and we're going to look at the mistakes that we've made. You've made mistakes for the whole season. Broncos in this matchup. Okay, this is the end of part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 on my NFL Week 4 picks, so look for that video here in just a second.